What is up, guys? Welcome to week 6 of Zachary's predictions for the NFL season. And last week was a pretty crazy week in the NFL. A lot of outcomes that people did not expect. But hopefully this week it'll be different. So let's get into the picks. First, the Thursday night game tonight. Giants and Patriots. The New England Patriots have not played a single team that is likely to make the playoffs, except for the Bills. The Bills are the only team that are likely to make the playoffs that the Patriots have played all year. Everybody else that they have played stinks. The Dolphins stink. Let's see, who else? The Redskins, who they played last week, stink. Jets stink. I don't know who they played in week 1, but whoever they played, they stink. So, yeah, the Patriots have not played any team that is likely to make the playoffs again, except for the Bills. And this week, it's no different. The Giants, they're not doing as hot now with Daniel Jones as starter as they were the first game that he played for him. And unfortunately, going with the Patriots again. So I think the Patriots are going to beat the Giants. I think the final score will be Patriots 28, Giants 10. Panthers and Buccaneers. This will be a Sunday morning game in London. Panthers, what did they do last week? The Buccaneers, they lost to the Saints only by a touchdown. And the Panthers, they beat the Jaguars by a touchdown. I think that the Panthers are going to win this game. I just feel like with Christian McCaffrey and with how good Kyle Allen's been doing for the Panthers, I think that they will be able to beat the Buccaneers. I think the final score will be Panthers 21, Buccaneers 14. Redskins and Dolphins. Both of these teams are winless. However, that may change on Sunday, depending on the outcome of this game. Because keep in mind, both of these teams could still be winless after Sunday if they tie. That's the only way that they can both still be winless after Sunday, is if they tie. Otherwise, one will win and one will stay winless. So, Redskins last week lost to the Patriots. They got annihilated by them, of course. And the Dolphins, they had a bye week last week. I'm going to take the Redskins in this game. I just feel like even though they're absolutely horrible this year, I still think they're better than the Dolphins. So, I'm taking the Redskins in this one. I don't think this is going to be that high scoring of a game. I think it will be, it's either going to be really low scoring or it's going to be really high scoring. One of the two. So, but I think the lower scoring option is going to happen. I think that the Redskins will win with a final score of 17-13. Saints and Jaguars. Jaguars lost to the Panthers, and again, Saints beat the Buccaneers. So, the Saints, even though they still don't have Drew Brees yet, they are still doing amazing. 4-1. And the Jaguars, they're not doing too bad either. I think they're, 2-3 now? And with how they've been playing, they actually look like they could possibly make a run for the playoffs this year. But I don't think this is going to be a game that the Jaguars win. I think the Saints are just way too good for the Jaguars. Even though the Jags' defense is supposed to be amazing, I just think that the Saints, they're just way better than the Jaguars. That doesn't even make sense, but I don't care. So, taking the Saints, I think the final score will be Saints 35, Jaguars 28. Bengals and Ravens. Ravens, what did you do last week? Well, first of all, the Bengals lost to the Cardinals, and the Ravens, did they have a bye? They must have. Nope, there they are. They beat the... Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot about that. They beat the Steelers in overtime, and the Steelers won the coin toss of that overtime game and deferred. Who does that? Who wins a coin toss in overtime and defers? I mean, initially it worked for Pittsburgh because they managed to stop the Ravens from even scoring a field goal, but then their offense could barely even get a first down. Like, seriously, Pittsburgh, you deserved to lose that game after that. But anyway, for this game, I'm taking the Ravens. I just think that they're too good for the Bengals. Like, the Bengals, they've been not even... I don't even know what they've been doing this year, but I know that they haven't been a good team. So I'm taking the Ravens in this one. I think the final score will be Ravens 24, Bengals 10. Seahawks and Browns. Seahawks. They have been lighting up the NFL pretty recently. Let me try and find their game from last week. There it is. Thursday night, Seahawks beat the Rams 30-29. And right now, it looks like Russell Wilson is the leading candidate for MVP this year. Well, maybe Christian McCaffrey. Because Patrick Mahomes has unfortunately slipped off in the last two games. And the Browns, what did the Browns do? Oh, wait, yeah, they lost to the 49ers by 28. So I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. I just think that they've been playing all around better football than probably any team in the NFL this year. So I think that the Seahawks will win this game with the final score being Seahawks 28, Browns 17. Eagles and Vikings. Eagles. What did y'all do last week? Well, first off, the Vikings beat the Giants, and the Eagles destroyed the Jets. This is a tough one for me, because I feel like both of these teams are pretty evenly matched. I think that the Eagles will just barely edge out the Vikings. I think the final score of this game will end up being Eagles 28, Vikings 27. Texans and Chiefs. Texans, what did y'all do last week? Because I know what my Chiefs did, obviously. Oh, wait, right, I forgot. Texans destroyed the Falcons. And unfortunately, my Chiefs lost to the Colts. It wasn't even that entertaining of a game. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes, he's been slipping off the last couple of weeks. But I think that my Chiefs were going to have a bounce-back week. I think we'll be able to beat the Texans, although I do think it will be a close game because Deshaun Watson lit the Falcons up last week. Like, he absolutely destroyed them. 426 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. That should not be a thing against the Falcons. That shouldn't even be illegal. But still, I'm taking my Chiefs. I think that we will edge out the Texans with the final score being Chiefs 27, Texans 20. Falcons and Cardinals. Again, Falcons destroyed by Texans. And the Cardinals, what did they do? They beat the Bengals. So they are no longer winless. But the Bengals still are. But that doesn't really matter because I'm taking the Falcons in this one. I just feel like they're the all-around better team than the Cardinals by far. So I think the Falcons will win this one with the final score being Falcons 24, Cardinals 13. Rams and 49ers. Rams lost to the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football, and the 49ers destroyed the Browns on Sunday Night Football. This is actually a pretty tough one for me to decide, believe it or not, because I feel like these two teams are pretty closely matched when it comes to skill level. But I think the Rams are just barely better than the 49ers, even though they've lost 2 straight. Like, they got beat by the Buccaneers, surprisingly, and then they lost to the Seahawks. So, I think that the Rams, they're gonna be playing with more I think they're gonna be playing with more determination this week to get that win, and I think that they will get the win, with the final score being Rams 28, 49ers 24. Titans and Broncos. Broncos beat the Chargers last week, I know that. And the Titans, what did they do? They lost to the Bills 14-7. Boy, that must not have been a fun game to watch. So, I think that the Titans are just barely better than the Broncos. I think that the Titans will manage to beat the Broncos only because the Broncos have been playing so badly this year. So I think the Titans will win with the final score being Titans 21, Broncos 17. Jets and Cowboys. Again, Jets. Y'all lost to the Eagles. Got destroyed. And the Cowboys, what did they do? They lost to the Packers 34-24. I think that the Cowboys are the better all-around team. So, I'm picking the Cowboys. I just feel like the Jets, they haven't been playing up to expectation this year. They haven't been doing as good as some people thought that they were going to be doing this year. So I'm taking the Cowboys. I think the final score will be Cowboys 24, Jets 10. Steelers and Chargers. Again, Chargers lost to the Broncos, and the Steelers deferred in overtime to the Ravens, and they lost. I think that the Chargers are the better all-around team, so I'm taking the Chargers over the Steelers, and I think that the Chargers will win just barely, with the final score being Chargers 27, Steelers 24. Monday Night Football, Packers and the Lions. Again, Packers beat the Cowboys, and the Lions, what did they do? Okay, they must have had a bye week. They're coming off a bye. So, I think the Packers are the better team, obviously. Even though they might be missing... I don't know if... Can't quite remember if they're going to have Devontae Adams for this game or not. But if they do, regardless, I still think they're going to win. So, I think that the Packers will beat the Lions on Monday Night Football, with the final score being Packers 31, Lions 17. Alright, so that is it for Week 6, for my Week 6 picks. That rhymes. Week 6 picks. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, You know what to do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, share everything that's good, and I will see you guys here in a few minutes because of me continuing my trend of saying PewDiePie once per day. Peace out.